There's a statistic about women of color. Well, actually, there are multiple. Stereotypes, intricate designs made by society about how women of color are like, how they're supposed to behave. Harvard Business Review declared in 2018 that women of color only represent 4% of C-level positions, as compared to white men who represent 68% and white women who represent 19%.
My name is Divya Patel. I am an investigative and medical sciences major, minoring in biology and Spanish on the pre-med track.
Hi, my name is Faith Nixon. I am a student here at St. Louis University. I major in international studies with a minor in Middle Eastern studies and foreign services.
I'm Clarke Taylor. I'm a junior studying integrated strategic communication with 2 minors in political science and marketing.
It's kind of something that a lot of people deal with, but you get like the racial profiling, you get like, like where's your family from, like things like that. I mean, like I think that a lot of people of color face that. I think that I face that to a lesser extent just based on my skin color and things like that. And so like I feel like my experience outside of SLU hasn't been as difficult, but it definitely is something that I'm aware of.
So like something I used to get made fun of a lot when I was younger is my name is Faith Nixon. And I don't know, when you hear the name Faith Nixon, a lot of people say that they expect a little blonde white girl. Clearly not blonde. Well, I got something in my hair right now, so that might be the case, but I'm clearly a black woman, and so that makes me a more like appealing on applications if you see Faith Nixon rather than like my mom's name is Coffee. Like if you see the name Coffee, that person's black. You know, I have some cousins named Jay Sean. That person's black. You know, there's some boundaries that are already there.
So at SLU, as being like a person of color and a black person of color, personally, I'm unlike most people. I haven't really had that many or really any bad experiences. Everyone's just always been super nice to me, and I think it's mostly because I grew up in a more white environment than most people, and so people definitely see me as more of a white woman, which is kind of annoying. Or, you know, very annoying because that's not who I am. Just because I have a lot of white woman tendencies does not reflect right here or anywhere on me.
So talking about stereotypes of women of color, I think like some of the words that come to mind are kind of like bossy or aggressive or loud, I guess, is even some of the things that I've heard personally about myself. But I think that it's so difficult sometimes to find that balance where you're like, I need to be assertive and stand up for myself, stand up for other people, stand up for what I believe in, but also trying to strike that balance where you're like, I want people to believe in me and trust my abilities and things like that. I want people to take me seriously in whatever I'm doing.
Going off the top of my head, the first thing I think about is that all black women, well, women of color, but specifically black women, are always angry, which is something that makes me very angry, which then plays into the stereotype and the trophic, which is stupid, which is why I think it's all stupid.
I think it's a sad reality in America, you know. I feel like, number one, I think there's an education gap. I talk about this all the time, but why is it that if black people go to a school, it's all of a sudden an urban school? It could be in the nicest neighborhood ever, it's an urban school, and then it gets less funding, all sorts of things. So I feel like it starts there, but it also has something to do with corporate America just isn't ready for people of color in general. If you have a position, it's almost like you have to be whitewashed for them to accept you.
Well, I think that this statistic is really indicative of the fact that this is a systemic problem. It's not like an individual problem. It's not like, oh, one business is doing it. It's like a lot of people are doing it. This is a problem that the entire system has. And so I feel like, as a society, we need to create more opportunities for women of color to, be placed in those positions, because there are so many people who are ready for those positions, who have worked so hard to be there, and they're not getting those opportunities. So I think that that is super important, that us as a society creates a way for them to get there.
Women of color are more than the stereotypes drawn out for us. Women of color are intelligent, brave, beautiful, and worthwhile. And we are not your statistic. We are so much more than that.